He ruled ancient Egypt at the height of its power and glory. Under his reign, Egypt became the richest and most powerful nation on earth. His name was Amenhotep III, and his story is one of the most magnificent in all of African history. Amenhotep III became Pharaoh of Egypt at just 12 years old. But despite his young age, he would go on to rule for over 38 years and transform Egypt into a golden empire unlike anything the world had ever seen. Amenhotep III was a master diplomat. Instead of going to war, he used trade and diplomacy to keep Egypt at peace with its neighbors. Under his leadership, Egypt enjoyed decades of peace and extraordinary prosperity. He was one of the greatest builders in Egyptian history. He constructed hundreds of temples, statues, and monuments across Egypt. His building projects were so massive that future pharaohs actually claimed his monuments as their own. His most famous construction was the magnificent temple complex at Luxor, one of the most beautiful buildings ever constructed in the ancient world. It still stands today, attracting millions of visitors from across the globe. Amenhotep III also built the enormous Colossi of Memnon, two massive stone statues of himself standing 18 meters tall on the banks of the Nile. Ancient Greeks and Romans traveled from across the world just to see them. Under Amenhotep III, Egypt became the center of the ancient world. Gold flowed in from across Africa. Foreign kings sent tribute and gifts and wrote letters begging for his friendship and alliance. Amenhotep III was also a great patron of art and culture. Under his reign, Egyptian art reached its most refined and beautiful period. Sculptures, paintings, and jewelry from his era are considered some of the finest ever produced in human history. Amenhotep III left behind an Egypt that was richer, more powerful, and more beautiful than he had found it. His son Akhenaten would go on to marry the famous Nefertiti and continue his magnificent legacy. Amenhotep III teaches us that true greatness is built, not destroyed. He chose diplomacy over conflict. He chose building over burning. The greatest leaders are remembered not for what they tore down, but for what they built up.
Welcome to the magnificent Luxor Temple. Make sure to like and subscribe for more, and come back for another story.